Hello friends, today we're opening 100 packs of Glory of Team Rocket. Okay, Glory of Team Rocket, finally getting to this set. So this technically came out a few weeks ago. Oh, hold on real quick. I do want to collect the Mareep, the Fluffy, and the Ampharos out of here. I do collect those Pokemon. Unfortunately, they don't have any like SIRs or illustration rares of those guys, I don't think. But we are going to take the commons and I'm assuming a rare for Ampharos here. So really do like this card though. Cute little Fluffy with the little red lightning bolts around it. So we'll be looking out for those guys. Hey, there's our first AR right there. The Murkrow, Rocket's Murkrow. We will take that. That's pretty, was it our second pack? It's not too bad. I mean, obviously they're guaranteed a couple ARs out of these Japanese boxes, 3 ARs, but still pretty cool to get it early. So anyway, like I was saying, this actually came out a few weeks ago. That's a really cool Blaziken card, by the way. I think it was the 13th or the 12th, something like that. But anyone who's been following this set has seen that the prices have been really kind of unstable, and they started off really high. Little Persian EX, Rocket's Persian EX, I should say. We'll take that guy. So anyway, I decided to wait a little bit before I kind of jumped in on getting this set. That's Rocket's Eradicate here. Another great little card. I like a lot of the arts in here. This and the Murkrow are not really my chases here, which I'll talk about in a minute. But these cards look absolutely great. And a little Rattata in the back there. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is I did wait a little bit to get this set, which is why this video is a couple weeks late. Little Regirock here. We'll take that guy. EX. You may also notice if you check the store, I do not have this on there for once again the same reason. Why are all the ARs in this box or this stack of 10? That's crazy. This is our first stack of 10. We have 3 ARs. We're not even done yet. That's like a whole box of ARs. That's really weird. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. This Rocket Spy Ops card is really cool though. I mentioned this a lot. I really like these cards where there's like a predominant color essentially. So lots of shades of green in here. You got the green and black, that's pretty much it. I guess there's kind of an orangey color in there, but it kind of blends in with the green really well. So that's really, really cool. I like that card more than I thought I would. And the holo looks good on it. Okay, no idea how we're having such weird distribution of those art rares. Like I said, they're guaranteed per box. So, you know, assuming all those packs come out of one box, that's a whole box of art rares, and we've only not even gotten through 10 packs yet. Oh, there's that Mareep. He looks so shady. He's in like an alley with a bunch of tires behind him. I like that little shadow going across him too. That is one shady Mareep. I guess that happens when you're part of Team Rocket. That's hilarious. Okay, we'll definitely keep that guy. Definitely keep the Mareep there. But yeah, as far as cards I'm looking for out of here, Kangaskhan art rare is one of those. I think that looks really cool. Just has, you know, cute little art style on there. I would love to get the Mewtwo. I think that looks great. The Moltres looks great. Houndoom. A bunch of cards that look really good in my opinion. So we have a lot of things we're looking for. Absolutely would love to get a special art rare today. That would be very nice. It is certainly not guaranteed though. We've definitely had Japanese openings where we got 1 or 0, so we'll see how lucky we get. I feel like those battle partners where we managed to pull 2 SARs, I think. But that is certainly not the norm. Oh, look at that Growlithe art. Really, really like that. Kind of interesting. The eyes are a little weird there, but I like the whole aesthetic, the outline. It's got like a white outline on them. Makes them really stick out there. Pretty cool. Tyranitar and a little Medicham. But yeah, the Mewtwo in particular I think looks really cool. I know a lot of people don't like it. Let's pause that real quick though. We got the Ampharos here. It's an uncommon, not a rare. Like I said, I collect Mareep Fluffy Ampharos for anyone who does not know that, and I'm always happy to add some new, you know, even commons and uncommons to my collection of these guys. I tried to collect all the cards of them, so these obviously go in there. Yeah, it's honestly really unfortunate they did not have SIR or IR of one of those guys, Mareep Fluffy or Ampharos. I think that would have been a great opportunity. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see in the next gen with the megas, there's gonna be Mega Ampharos in there. I'm assuming it's gonna be a SIR for one of them. I guess we'll see. But for now, we'll see what we get from here to Rocket's Wab Buffet. Oh, that's a cool little card right there. What do we got? Little Drowsy back there. Oh, man. That's a nice little card. Look how put out this guy is. He's not happy that that guy is sitting right next to him. So, really vibrant colors on a lot of these art rares in here I've noticed so far. And I think that's really cool, really cartoony style, which I personally like in these art rares. Yeah, so you may have noticed we got 4 art rares there before we got an SR. That's because I somewhat mixed these guys up between the boxes. I have to open hit 100 packs. Sorry. So this set's going to be joining Heatwave Arena to make up our English set, Destined Rivals. That set's going to come out at the end of May, I believe May 30th, something like that. And last I checked, those boxes were getting pretty expensive on TCG Player. Obviously, it's not out yet, but you know, I think it was over 300 bucks, something like that. Pretty crazy. And obviously, that's only like kind of pre-listings. That's going to go down somewhat when it comes out, but I don't know by how much, honestly. Oh, Rocket's Crobat here. EX, we'll take that guy. One thing to note about TCG players, I believe only brick and mortar stores can list before something comes out. So that's why, one of the reasons at least, why things generally go down once the release dates actually hit. A lot more people can list the product. Yeah, we're talking pretty much unprecedented prices out the gate for this right now, at least. And I know a lot of people weren't super happy with a lot of the card reveals for Team Rocket here. Glory Team Rocket, that is. Okay, we have Rocket's Archer here. Not exactly one of the SRs we're looking for, but we'll take it. It actually looks pretty cool. The buildings back there, that blue looks really good with that hollow and texture, so can't complain too much about that. But yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people mentioning that they're somewhat disappointed in the cards for Glory of Team Rocket. I think that's slightly silly myself. The set looks pretty good to me. Oh, we got a Clamperl AR. This is a really cool one. This reminds me of, I think it was the Lilith card from Surging Sparks. I honestly forget which set that was, but the little palette here is very similar. Not necessarily the colors, I guess, but just like the, I guess it's not the palette, but the art style reminds me, I guess I should say. So, really cool little card here. I do like this. I don't know if you can see it with like the reflection and stuff, but there's like a nice little, it's obviously we're way under the ground here, and that's a hole leading up to the surface. You can see the little light kind of streaming in down. This would have been really cool, honestly, as a SAR to get some texture on there, but probably not a Pokemon they would do an SAR for, at least right now. But yeah, anyway, I think the set's really good personally. I think there's just so much hype attached to it just because of it's been announced for quite a while or leaked, and you know, everyone's been saying, oh, I'm waiting for the Rocket set, I'm waiting for the Rocket set, and it's here now. I don't know if it ever would have lived up to those expectations people were putting on it. Personally, I think this plus Heatwave Arena are going to combine to make a really, really nice set in Destined Rivals. So a lot of great chase cards in both. So hopefully we'll get something cool today. There's another Raticate. Let's hope we don't get too many dupes here. There's a lot of cards I want, and we haven't pulled any of them yet. But I'm not going to turn down any of these cards, obviously. I do think they look really cool. They're just not the specific ones I'm chasing here. Yeah, it certainly seems like we've had a lot of art rares front-loaded so far. So at some point, we're going to hit a pretty good stretch of not hitting too much, I think. Because as I mentioned, these Japanese boxes, they have you're guaranteed 3 art rares and let's just say 1 SR. I think you can technically get more, but it's not super common. And notice I said SR, not SAR, so definitely not guaranteed to get a special art rare today. Jeez, these packs feel like they've gotten stronger. Oh, okay, we'll take that. A little SR Rockets Mewtwo, not the big one, but a little SR version still looks really cool. I like the color palette on there. Mewtwo looking sick as always. Giovanni in the background. Like the little black and red kind of shade back there. Very cool. We'll take that. You know, not like I said, this is not the SAR version of Rockets Mewtwo, which I think looks really cool. We will be looking out for that still, but this will kind of hold us over in the meantime. Okay, so that is 2 SRs down. We only really have 1 to 2 left. And of course, the reason I say 1 to 2 is because I have to open 4 boxes to get 100 packs, but there's technically more packs than 104 boxes. So it's possible I don't have that last SR in the packs I have on the table here. But we'll see. Hopefully I do. I'd really like to get more chances at getting a nice SAR. Yeah, as I mentioned, this set started off really, really high in Japanese even. Oh, Rockets Moltres EX, a little double rare here. We'll take that guy. Yeah, $200 out the gate for a Japanese set is pretty nasty, honestly. But as I mentioned, prices are coming down for a few different reasons. Hey, there's a great looking card, Zamazenta. Man, that just looks so, so cool. What a great Pokemon for this kind of art style, too. I really like that. Jeez. This is another one that easily could have been a SAR, and I think a lot of people liked it, so. Great little card right there. We'll definitely take that guy. Look at him kind of sitting up on that hill there. The hill looks pretty realistic, kind of like a really realistic kind of video game kind of thing, like 3D render. That's what it looks like to me, at least. And then Zamazenta up top with that little sunbeam back there. Very cool. Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't hit any of the specific cards I mentioned yet, which is kind of weird. I think I mentioned a few, and not just SARs, a bunch of ARs I mentioned as well. So hopefully we'll get one of those at least. Another little Regirock here, smashing us in the face with his big old rock fist. Double rare. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I didn't exactly keep track of how many ARs we've gotten so far, but it seems like quite a few. Now, I do think a lot of people were hoping that by now Pokemon would have had a chance to catch up on the amount that they're printing for Destined Rivals. But from the information I've seen, it doesn't seem to super be the case, at least not for things like booster boxes. That's just what I've heard. I would be surprised, though, if you don't see lots of sleeve boosters out at your big retail stores. Okay, but here we go. Here's one of the cards we mentioned, so that's great to pull that. Rockets Houndoom. Look how cool that looks. He just looks awesome jumping up in the air like that, flame coming out of his mouth and a big arc behind him. That's really, really cool. So that's our first card that we named that we really wanted to get. So that's cool to get a little chase here that we wanted out of here. I think, honestly, if I had to pick another AR for us to get, it's probably going to be the Kangaskhan, honestly. I think that card looks really cool. It's got the little Quagsire on the side. So let's hope for that next. Yeah, I know a lot of people were disappointed that this set did not have dark Pokemon. They kind of thought it was going to be pretty similar to the older Team Rocket sets. I'm honestly not too sure why they wouldn't have done that. It seems like a pretty good opportunity to bring something like that back, but who knows what Pokemon, thinks internally there. Okay, we got the Arboliva EX. A bunch of olives here on her. I do not like olives. Trivia, fandemaus trivia for everybody. I really dislike olives, but we'll take that card anyway. I really like the Fluffy card. All three of them look good. The Mareep might be my favorite, the Fluffy second, and then Ampharos isn't quite as cool as the other ones, or at least is, visually pleasing. So, but we'll take it. Okay, another Rockets Persian. Okay, we're officially in the second half of this. Second 50 packs, I should say. Little Nidoking here. Take that guy. These Japanese sets tend to go fairly quickly, given that there's less cards in them. But our SAR chances are still alive. Now, if I had to pick one SAR to get, I don't know. It's kind of tough. The Mewtwo does look really good, but I also think the Moltres is really, really good. Another Spidops here, Rocket Spidops. Again, love the color on there, so won't be too upset getting a duplicate there. Hey, there's another Mewtwo right there. It's our second Rocket's Mewtwo, this time a double rare. So we got the SR and a double rare. Maybe that means we are going to get the SAR. That would be pretty cool. Giovanni. So not only is Destined Rivals coming out in May, end of May, we also have a pretty big, another product releasing in May that's going to be big. And for that, of course, I'm talking about the Prismatic Evolution Super Premium Collection. Long awaited. So this is going to kind of go along with, or be a corollary to, like, the, you know, the Mew Ultra Premium Collection, the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. So, pretty interesting product there. That's another one that's in very, very high demand. Not only does it have a bunch of Prismatic Evolutions packs in there, it's also got like a playmat, and it's also got a promo that it's the only place to get it in English. In Japanese, I think it came in Terrestrial Festival, but the little Eevee on the cake or the pastry thing. So that, I think that's going to be very hard to get. And these duplicates today, another Murkrow. Jeez. It's kind of weird to get this, not weird, but it's, you know, I wish we were getting less dupes and more of some of the unique cards I would like to get, but can't complain too much. It is a nice card. Yeah, I believe the generally those premium collections retail for like $90, and I think this one's like a 300 or something already on the open market. So hopefully people can get those. I think that's going to be a really cool thing to have, especially that playmat. A little Flaffy there. We'll take that for sure. Oh, we almost went past another ball over there. Speaking of Prismatic Evolutions, a few weeks ago I did open a Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle, not on the channel, just, you know, off the cuff kind of thing at home. And I was lucky enough to get the Sylveon I've been chasing since that set came out. So that was my chase for the entire set, and I had not been having much luck, but I did finally get it in a Demigod pack, no less. The other ones were from trainers, so not super exciting, but the Sylveon makes up for it. Little Crobat, another one of these guys. So it's very possible I won't be opening too much more Prismatic, just a very expensive set. I did notice this earlier, and I wanted to say something about it now. The Mimikyu card is really cool here. I do like this a lot. Nice little art style there as well. Still looking out for those last one or two SRs we have. Would be really nice to hit an SAR today, honestly. And I hope... Oh, there's an SR right there. I jinxed myself. Too bad. Another Crobat. Oh, man. So this could be our last SR here just because of how the math works out in the boxes. Hopefully I have the other one in these stacks here and we'll hit that. I really would like an SAR, but... Oh, this might be it. This might be it for SRs today. We have roughly one box worth of packs left here, but they are kind of mixed, so who knows. I've not been really keeping a tally of how many ARs we got, but it seems like we've gotten a lot. The Crowd, it's so crazy, that little outline. It just makes such a big difference. All right, come on, come on. So I may try to get some more Rocket for the site. We'll see. Little Titan EX, first one of those today. We'll take that guy. Yeah, during Heatwave Arena, I did mention I had planned on getting Rocket for the release for the site, but I'm really glad I didn't, because like I said, the price instability has just been crazy. So we'll see. I have to wait for these prices to kind of calm down or stabilize or something before I risk buying it for the site. Another Houndoom here, decently off center here for a Japanese card at least. But we'll take it. I do think this is a really cool card. One of my, I think this is the only card that I mentioned that I wanted that we pulled today. So I guess we'll take a second copy. Yeah, I really hope that second SAR's in here. Sorry, I meant fourth SAR, not second. Arbalova again. We're certainly getting down to the wire here, though. So I don't know. I know a lot of people like the guaranteed pull rates on Japanese boxes. But honestly, I think I prefer English. I think just having that possibility of getting one every pack is just really cool. But here we are once again, the Murkrow. Just cannot get the Kangaskhan today. I really... that's a little disappointing. I hope we get it. I don't know if we even have any more AR slots left, but that's like our third Murkrow here. Yeah, but in English, you always have that possibility, you know, so I kind of wish we had that in Japanese. But obviously, it is nice to know you're going to get something, I guess. At least when you're buying full boxes of Japanese cards. Oh no. Okay, we're certainly getting down there today. A little Pupitar. Okay, we're on to our final 10 packs here. Rocket's Moltres, not necessarily the one we want, but we'll take it. Yeah, I honestly don't know if we have that last SAR in here, or SR. Let's really hope so. Oh boy. It's not looking too good. Oh, Articuno and the Porygon-Z. Oh, come on, buddy. Mareep, save us. I don't know. This is starting to feel like an English opening. We get down to those last few packs and you're just begging there to be something. Regirock, another one of those. I hate having to hope for the last pack magic, but it looks like it's about where we're going to be. All right, what do we got here? Oh, no. Okay, all of our hopes are pinned on this last pack here. Let's see. I don't think we're going to have it in here. I think I still got one in the box, unfortunately. All right, come on. Oh no. Oh no, not today. And the RK9 to finish us off. If you enjoyed watching us open Glory of Team Rocket, check out these other videos where we open packs of Pokemon. Thanks for watching, and have a great one.